Hello all and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. We are now in our final 3 days, I nearly said just few days, yeah. You know, we're in our final few days of the summer season. And I've tried to be clever because I didn't have very many crops that I could plant that would be able to grow quickly enough that I'd, you know, at least get a harvest before the end of the season. So, I planted a load of wheat. Now, one of the things that was mentioned in a recent comment is, quite rightly, the wheat isn't exactly the most useful crop sometimes, especially when you're trying to use it to get bread, because that's kind of the main reason why I've been growing it, which it makes sense to me, at least. And yeah, it's not the most effective. But there is a cunning plan, you see. Because what I'm doing with it is I'm using it mostly to keep the soil prepared and ready for the next season. Because that then means that I don't have to plant a bunch more fertilizer down. I don't have to do all the hoeing again. And it's going to save me a lot of time. So for the next 3 days, yeah, it's going to be really critically important for me to grow wheat. But after that, less so much. Which, yeah. So there is a cunning plan, allegedly. Because, of course, I am not the most cunning of individuals. I do come up with some very great ideas, which seem great to begin with, and then I actually realised that it was dumb as hell. But for now, it's also giving me a little bit more straw, and hay, more to the point, so I've got some more stuff for the animals, and it's just something quick. The other option, of course, well, there are two other options. The other options are, I could grow, what's it called? Yeah, sunflowers, which again, they last over the season, and I could grow corn. The trade-off with corn, however, is that it's not that valuable. It's okay. It's just, I don't think it's as valuable to me at this moment in time, essentially. So again, I've got like some vague cunning plans going on. Not many, but there are some. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. And I'm going to mill all of this wheat just because I can, and I'm going to add a big stack of it into the fridge for some more flour. And that's going to be a good start for the amount that I'm going to need. Because, of course, I'm going to need loads. It's how this is going. I'm definitely going to need lots and lots. So, I've got to, you know, be prepared and ready for that. So, let's quickly chum our way through everything we've got going here. Now, I've got all the animals. I've got all this mayonnaise that I need to utilise, which is good. Also not super complicated to kind of deal with. Very important though, all the same, because of course I want as many useful things from the animals as moment. Now, of course, one of the other things that I'm looking at with the animals is I'm still missing a little bit of a few golden crackers. And that's, I mean, yeah, I've got to wait for that, unfortunately. There's not really much I can do. I can't just, like, force myself to get them. But I'm also trying to figure out if there's anything else that I haven't shipped out that I still kind of need to. I say kind of need to. There are some, you know, obvious I need to ship out sort of items. So I do kind of need to have a think on that one. So let's sell these iridium quality things that I don't really need right at this immediate moment, as there's quite a few of those, to be fair. And the iridium quality ones, generally speaking, aren't as good for me to actually process. I think is probably the right sort of term. Yeah, I'm not turning them into something else, because there's not much point, really. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on right here. Okay. I still love my fish on the wall there. I think it looks great. Ridiculous fish things. I've got some other stuff that I might want to do a little bit more decoration in these things. And actually, it would kind of make sense to have a decoration, possibly. I mean, I like having the sign outside. It is a shame you can't lock the sign with like a maybe not a command per se, but like a thing where you can lock its what's on it. Now, I do still need to give a few more gifts, and as was commented on, that I actually need to do the quests so that I can actually get the important tickets from them. And unfortunately, like a twit, I didn't realise that was the case. So I've been kind of neglecting the villagers and their quests, because, well, it doesn't matter. So Abigail, we're needing an iron bar. That's not super difficult to deal with. It's going to be if there are any others that I can get, and kind of see what happens there, I guess. Because some of them, they're super easy. Some of them are just annoying. So let's see what's done in town. Now, of course, I've got to wait till Monday for the next weekly quest to come up, where you get the guaranteed and useful ticket. So, let's find an Abigail. Now, I've grabbed myself an amethyst, and I think I've realised something, though, as I've done it. I don't think she needs or wants to receive another gift. Needs to receive another gift. Yeah, so she can't receive another gift. Damn. That was stupid of me. Not the end of the world. I'll certainly live, but it is dumb. And yeah, I do make catastrophic mistakes. It's not like it's an unknown series of events for me here. So yeah, not the end of the world. But I've given her 2 gifts. I've given her father 2 gifts, I think, now. So it's just going to be, who else can I give gifts to at this point? And still quite a few options available to me. So who else needs shiny things? Well, I've already given Shane 1. What about you, Gus? Have I given you 2? There we go. Who else? I mean, there's still plenty more people to give. There you go, Sam. You can have a gift as well. Shiny things for you, Sam. Because, of course, why would I not want to? And, of course, it makes life easier. Oh, excellent. So I must be very close to completing it now. I mean, it's not going to be a super difficult one to sort out. Ah, Sebastian, I know I haven't given you any gifts yet, so there we go, that's easy. Now, of course, I'm using prismatic shards because it's most of the villagers' favourite. It's just a few, like my good wife Hayley. I think she doesn't like prismatic shards, which is fair enough. Everyone's allowed their preference, and my wife is odd in that she doesn't like shiny stones. But okay, everyone has their choice and preference in things. I think that's probably the best way of putting it. So let's see what else we can do. So I'm going to try and catch myself a carp. Now, I think, thinking about it, this isn't the best place to catch a carp, is it? In honesty, I'm better off in the sewers. Why am I not trying that? That'd be an easy one. And then, of course, then I can give a gift to Willy, and I can give him the carp that he needs. So that does 2 birds, 1 stone. Now, because I'm still using the challenge bait for most of my fishing, because I find it to be probably the most effective thing to do, especially when you've got lots of different fish that you want to catch, and you need to catch multiples of. Because, of course, the challenge bait giving you 3 at a time, as long as you're not terrible, like I am sometimes, and you manage to catch all of said fish, well, by not letting it off your line at all, it's probably the best way of doing it. Ooh, a new lovely field snack. The thing is, I know I made loads of those in the early game, because those things are so damn useful. Krobus, of course I can give them a gift as well. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Because, you know, Krobus deserves gifts. And it's Friday, so I can buy another Iridium Sprinkler. I know I don't really need them, but I probably wouldn't hurt for me to replace what remains of the stuff that's lying around on my farm. I mean, I use a couple of the smaller ones just for the sake of it at the moment, really, don't I? It's not like I need them terribly so. But yes, it's a thing. We've got a plan, and we're going to catch some carp. Excellent. I was kind of hoping that this would hurry up. I kind of worried a little bit, because of course I was thinking that I know that carp are a thing. I mean, of course they're a thing. That sounds very dumb. I mean, I know that carp are in the sewer, but I was kind of fearful that I had done something catastrophic dense and actually gone, oh no, no carp. Okay, so that's given another gift to Elliot, so that's good. Anyone else need gifts? Well, Willie, obviously. Who else could we see? Leo hasn't had any gifts this run through yet, and not through any deliberate manners in which that has occurred. It's just I haven't run into him very much. He does have a habit of just sort of disappearing on you. Like, I keep misplacing him. That's a strange phrase to say. I keep misplacing this child. This is why I'm not allowed to have them. Government keeps taking them away from me. But oh well. Okay, so let's see what else we can kind of try out here. Is there anything else that we need? So no Robin. That's not Robin. Yeah, that's not Robin's shack. That's Leia's shack. Well, is there anyone else lying around that would be good for me to try and sort out with? I know that's kind of a big question, isn't it? The wizard! I don't think I've given him any gifts for a little while, so that won't be too bad. But who else can I run into? I guess it really is. It's a, who am I going to run into? I'm not saying that that's a guarantee we're going to go and see this person right here, right now. But if we run into them, fantabby-doozy. If we don't, say levy. Okey-dokey. Pig and a pokey. Nope, that's it, isn't it, really, isn't it? There's not much else there. Okay, so nothing for them. And... okay, what do you need for the missus? Ghost fish and diamond. Okay, so that's travelling down in the mines, if memory serves. I think for 20 or 60. Because I've got my little Stardew Valley notebook next to my desk, and I'm just looking, had a quick look going, because I've got a little folio bit where you've got like the raised edges, so you can see which is like quickly jump to certain sections. And the mines is one of them. Ah, Kent, have a shiny rock. Jody, have I given you 2 gifts this week, or have I only given you the 1? Ah, curses, I've already given her 2. So no shiny rocks for Jody. Anyone else? Well, I need the 1 now, by the looks of things, so that's good. Shouldn't be super hard, don't think. That'd be great as soon as that's done. Excellent, so Willie's got that gift. He's received the carp. So we've hit the nail on the head. We've done both of those things now. We don't have to worry about them. So I'm feeling quite pleased with that. What next? I think is the big question. What is our next plan? Okay, so I need ghost fish. Now, ghost fish aren't super difficult to catch if memory serves, so I should be able to just catch them with 1 challenge bait and get all 3 that I need. But let's smoke a couple of other fish whilst we're here anyway. Probably a good shout. Wait, the thing is, I do like the fact that I can smoke the fish. And again, I don't really use it at the moment because I don't want to burn through my resources. And my resources by that, I mean specifically, I don't want to burn through my coal. Which, again, might sound a little bit peculiar, but in honesty, coal is the big thing that I need a lot of because I need a stack of 999 so I can buy the piano. Now I keep saying that, but I haven't really done anything to actively try to get it, which is, I'm painfully aware, very stupid. But that is something that I do need to kind of sort out, because I need to sort that out, because I need to have it. And it's not super difficult to get coal, it's just not the, like, because of course you don't see, well, you do now have coal nodes, you don't see them very often, sadly.
Stardew Valley Ghost
So
Fish.
it's a infrequent thing to see. But when you do see them, well, kind of good. But of course, I've got lots of other things that I can get coal with. Just generally, mining is always a good way of doing it, and I'd kind of like, really kind of quite like it if I could. I should probably start burning through some of that wood and turn it into charcoal, because that's probably the most sensible plan, considering how much wood I've got. Right, come on, Ghostfish, get on the line. I know you're in here. Okay, so some more junk. I mean, it's only algae. It's not really that useful to me. I'm going to find lots of that, to be fair, aren't I, at this rate? What else are we going to find? Nope, more algae. So we've got white and green. Both flavours. Lovely. You know, just the thing I needed. Anything else? Nope. Apparently not. Ah, finally, we've got our ghost fish on the line. And, as I said, they're not super complicated to catch, so that's great. We've got all three. We're golden. We just need a diamond, and then off we trot. Then we've got real good, really. And everything's hunky-dory and sorted. Okay. So, oh, and look at that. As if by magic, we've got ourselves a bunch of diamonds. Well, I'm going to pack it into bed right now. I think this evening, that seems reasonably sensible and prudent. And once we've gone to bed, we will go and see them in the morning. I think that's probably a good shout. Okay. So it's now Saturday, 6 AM, bright and early. Ugh, is the short answer to that one. I am not a morning person. In no way, shape or form have I ever been a morning person either. And I don't think I ever will be. I tried desperately hard to try and do mornings, and I just want to cry. But that's the thing, is there is something I read recently about those of us who are a bit neurospicy, with my ADD, finding that actually we tend to function better at night. And when I say night, I mean later in the day. So, from about the mid-afternoon, which that's kind of clocks with what I know about myself. Couldn't say for certain about other friends of mine who are a bit neurotypical. But I am painfully aware that most of the people I work with on the bar are probably a little bit neurospicy. So that is a thing. Okay, so we've got more wheat to harvest, so that's good. We're going to sort that out, that's no problem. And we've got the sunflower seeds, so I'm going to harvest what wheat is there. And again, as previously mentioned, it's, again, not the biggest, most game-breaking thing that I need, but it is going to give me something kind of useful right now. So yeah, we're going to do that. Let's keep this one going. So what else we got? So we're going to slap some more down of the sunflowers as well, because sunflowers are pretty, and I like sunflowers. I mean, they're not the most pretty of flowers actually out there, but they're pretty, and they do have a big bonus in that they can help me make oil, and my wife happy because she likes sunflowers too. Some mushrooms, that's lovely. And let's quickly check and see what else we've got. We've also got loads of batteries, so I'm expecting, hopefully, that we haven't actually ended up with any frazzled crops tomorrow morning, because it does happen. Unfortunately, you do get the lightning strikes, and it does barbecue your crops, and that's why you end up with random dead ones. That is a thing that I didn't know for ages, and it's painful for me to realise that, yeah, it's something else I just didn't know about the game. But, so I'm going to cut this one down, because that strange-looking green thing looks like a giant... It's the fern one. That one gives fiddlehead ferns. I wonder if I can tapper that one, because I can't tapper the weird tree. But I can't, I'm gonna have to give it a go. I'm sure I've got a heavy tapper somewhere. I say somewhere, I've got a few lying around anyway. Because, Of course I do. Right, so let's keep this one trucking. What else have we got? Put everything away. That's lovely. We've organised. Everything's fantabulous. And what else should we do? Well, got lots of mushrooms. Maybe I should pickle, dry them. Put them in a dehydrator for some more dehydrated mushrooms. I mean, there's other things, I'm sure. But that's an idea. Let's keep it going. So let's quickly put the row as well away, because let's check. Is it in this one? Is it in this one? Yeah, which one is it? Which one is it that has the... Ah, there's the heavy tapper. Hiding right in plain sight. Always the bloody way, isn't it? Not the worry, though. Okay, so I'll grab another mossy seed, because I'm going to plant that one down and see what grows. It's still surprising how kind of warrant. Ooh, so it does. You can put it. Ooh. I do wonder what this is going to do for me here. Hopefully, something vaguely useful. Okay, so we're going to side our way through those. That's all good. Anything else? Don't think so. I mean, hopefully we can get some more gubbins. Because gubbins is really the only way I can kind of describe things at the moment. It's things and stuff and other shinies. Ah, inventory's full again. Curses. I mean, I understand, like, a 3-row bag is probably big enough, and I need to stop carrying everything, because at the same time, I don't need to carry all the tools, and what I should probably do is actually have my chest in the house, which has all of my tools, and I should only pick out the tools that I need every day, because that would be sensible, and am I going to remember to do that? Probably not, because I am an idiot. But oh well, that's literally how this goes, unfortunately, as I will always freely admit that I'm a bit of a moron. Okay, so we've got lots of preserves and pickly thingies. That's fine. Easy enough. And what else can I do here? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can pick or preserve. I mean, obvious, the obvious is a thing, but okay, so let's slap that in there. And is there anything else we want to do? Let's make a bunch of tree fruit jellies. I'm really excited about the fact that my pomegranate tree is very close to, well, 1 more year. And I think, actually, this year it'll start producing iridium fruit. Because in the first year it produces the basic, second year it produces silver, then third year is gold. And we're on our 3rd year of that tree. So it was one of the first ones I bought, the pomegranate, because, of course, my logic being that why would I buy a tree for the first half of the year when it'll take me a while to actually kind of get any reward out of it? So, yes, I could plant a spring tree, but you're not going to get anything really out of it that early. Let's make some ancient fruit jelly. Probably shouldn't have done ancient fruit, probably should have done something else, but I've done it now. It started, that's how it goes. Right, anything. I've got loads of green tea as well, which I've just got all these kegs in here, which are kind of the... This is the brewing area for teas and things. I'd like to get more, and I would like it if the coffee was easier, but at least it's quick. I mean, that's kind of the nice thing I've got on this one, is that it's not exactly taking me a long time to get any of it. All sorts of ready stuff. Because the thing is that both the tea and the coffee do brew nice and quickly, which does kind of save you some time. Not like a silly amount, but it does save you some time. But, hey, that's how this goes. Right, let's just shifty all that off. That's good. And I've just realised something. I was supposed to be carrying some ghost fish and diamond. I think I have foolishly managed to sell them. Like a complete banana. Drat is the politest way of describing what I've done there. I feel like a right moron. Goodness gracious. Ugh. Well, let's sort out what I can for now, at least, which is going to be just dealing with the animals. Not much else I can do. And as soon as I've got more stuff from the animals, I'm just going to have to eventually punt around back down to the mines, go back down to floor 20, and catch myself another trio of ghost fish. Again, not impossible. Annoying, yes, but not impossible. Ugh. Right silly old sod. Very annoyed with myself. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. As opposed to damn it, which is a German word. Curses, 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 curses. I'm just trying to get everything else I need to worry about at the moment. I don't think so. We've got most of it kind of sorted, haven't we? Well. I've definitely shipped it all out already. Curses. Yeah, I feel like a right silly old sod. Oh well. Not much I can do on that front. I've kind of just got to grin and bear it. I know I've been an idiot. There's no way out of it, unfortunately. So, what we're going to have to try, I think, is another expedient and trip down to the caves. And let's get this sorted. I mean, it's 3:10. We've still got some time. It's not like I'm super pressed or concerned about my time frame at this moment. But there is still, you know, a thing that we need to sort out. Which is fine. And yeah, I'm feeling stupid, but when am I not? Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting about that, because otherwise it's just going to become a perpetual grump, which, I mean, I know I am. But, anyway, so we're going to recycle the CD, so that's going to be some nice refined quartz, which is good. But whilst we're out and about opportunity-wise, let's quickly visit Ginger Island to see if there's anything else that we can grab from the farm today. I think some of the... the trees are all ready, so that's good. And the thing is, because I pop in every 3 days or so, it's not like I'm going to be missing out too much, really, when it comes to visiting. Okay, so the grapes are up for harvest, which is good, and you can see that it seems to be working quite well there. Although I have missed out a single solitary plot, so that is going to have something growing there. I don't know what yet, but it's going to have something. And when these starfruit are harvested, then I'm going to replace a bunch of them with broccoli. And the powder melon crop came through, which was quite nice, and they were... I mean, they're not terrible value, but they're not the most valuable. But it'll be nice to grow a bunch of powder melons during the winter, because it gives me something to grow. I mean, as opposed to nothing. That's the thing, is there's not really much that you can grow other than fibre, now powder melons, and the mystery mixed seeds of the wild forage. But I am going to try planting mixed seeds into the ground during winter, because I genuinely wonder if that will cause a growth of powder melons. Because that will also then answer, do mixed seeds also have the new crops in them? Which if they do, that's great. Ah, Mr. Q. Fine and dandy and all. What else can we do? I mean, that's the question, isn't it? What else can we do? I mean, that's fine, that's fine. We got it all sorted at least. Okay. Well, I'm shipping out some of the broccoli because I think that's the first harvest of it. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But once that's sent out, then I know that it's done. And that's kind of the important thing at this stage in the venture. Because then I'm feeling more confident with knowledge of things and stuff. And colouring in and, you know, that jazz. Okay. Well, I mean, the bluegrasses seem to do okay. I did make a lot of it and just plant that all down because I assumed that it would be eaten quite quickly because my animals just devour all of the crops that I've got there. And I can't remember if the I think the animals eat your crops if you're not careful. You know, makes sense. And whether I'm correct in that statement is very different. But I've still done that all the same. Okay, ginger ale. I could make a bunch of that. And the ginger ale is going to be one of those things that I'm going to use a little bit more when it comes to the other key challenges or the other general challenges per se. Because, yeah, I've got a few other tasks that need to be done. So, what else are we going to try? Well, what else could we try? Okay, so I've grabbed a diamond because we need one. Thanks to my innate stupidity. And then we're going to need something else. We're going to need some ghost fish. So we're going to head over to the mines. We're going to go back to floor 20. Because that's where one catches ghost fish. And we've got our challenge bait, so it shouldn't be super, super difficult for us to get this done. Still very annoyed at myself because, I mean, kind of understandably so. But anyway, what else can we sort out? Well, I've got a stonefish. It's not what I'm after. I'd like something else, please. I'd like a ghost fish. Would that be nice? Come on. Give me ghost fish. Please. Give me ghost fish. And there we go, ghost fish. So I just need to hold this there. Oh, no. That was stupid. Now I've got to do it again. Fiddlesticks and bunkum. That's annoying. Well, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just annoying. And no fishing tackle's worn out, so I don't actually know what I've got on the line. Again, not the end of the world, just very annoying because I quite like knowing what I've got on the line. Well, perfect. We've got it's 3 more ghost fish. Fantastic. So we're going to trundle on back right away with that nonsense. And we are going to take that to our raccoon little friend. Because he wants a present for his wife, which is lovely. Adorable. And we'll see what we get. I hadn't noticed the little wiggles from the raccoons. That's adorable. I love it. I didn't mean to summon the horse. You need a gift? Yeah, you do. And I have exactly what you need. So let's give you the 3. I don't care whether the premium ghost fish that I've got, it doesn't matter hugely. There we go, the raccoon shop has been expanded. We've got that nice little mossy tank, which I really like the look of actually. Just 5 glasses. Okay, well that's pretty easy to get actually. If I wanted another one. And actually I might build one in, I get another one and plonk it in my house on Ginger Island. That'd be pleasant, I think. That's cute. I'm happy with that. So, we're going to put that here for now. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put other things as well anyway. But what other stuff we got? Okay, so we got ourselves some lava-y, the red jelly, the cave jelly, which is good and all, because of course we're going to need some of that anyway. Now, what am I missing, if anything, from the shipping manifests? Now, that looks familiar. That looks awfully familiar. I'm trying to remember what it is. That's the problem. It can look all the familiar it likes. If I can't remember what it is, though, it doesn't help. But it does look awfully familiar, doesn't it? And I think it's because it's the only thing I need to ship out. That's why I'm being a bit more anally attentive about it, because of course I want to ship out everything. I mean, I've shipped out everything previously, but it's, you know, making sure that I have completion twice, in theory. Because yes, that is how this works. Okay, anyway. I'm going to have a good think about that. What could it be? Is it likely to be? I think that's the big question. Well, what's the news? It could be raisins. I think it's raisins. If I think about it. Okay, so let's quickly replace some of the floor that's been blasted by lightning. You would expect that it's next to a bleeding lightning rod, but apparently that's not enough protection. Ugh. Stupid bloody lightning rod nonsense. Grumble, 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 grumble. Anyway, fine. That's what we're doing. Well, we've got lots of energy left, so didn't need to grab that. What are we going to do here, though? Well, we've got infinite energy now from our little statuette. Again, not deliberately done, but it's been done. I guess it's kind of handy. So that's nice and all. But what next? Well, we do need to check and see. Because I am pretty sure that I am correct. I'm going to put some tree fertilizer on that one. I think that's going to just grow into another not care tree. And if it does grow into another don't really care tree, that's fine. I'm not too concerned. Because I just cut it down and plant another one. Because I would like to have 2 of those ferns. Thank you kindly. I think that would be nice. So, let's see what we can do here. Okay, well, let's teleport back home. And oh goodness, it's getting late, so it's time for bed, methinks. Now, tomorrow is the dance of the Moonlight Jellies, so that's going to be in the evening, methinks. I can't remember when in the evening, but it's in the evening. And that is going to be the change of seasons. So we're going to be hitting into the autumn season already. So we're already halfway through the year, which is kind of frightening. Because, of course, this is my attempt to complete the entirety of what's new with 1.6 in a year, which I don't think is unreasonable. We've just got a lot of extra shiny stuff that's possible, which is kind of cool, and I'm really pleased about it because there's loads of exciting things that are happening with the game, and I still need to get all the books. Now, the books I think is the thing that's going to trouble me the most, because I know there's it sound real stupid, but there's got to be other clever things that I can do to get more books. I mean, there are a few that I'm missing, but I need to figure out which ones they are. And it's difficult to figure it out when you're kind of just stumbling, going, I don't know. But that is how I'm doing things here. It's how this goes, so that's fine. But we'll find out, and we will discover what useful things we can find with the game. Right, so we've got loads of deluxe bait again. That's fine and all. Not the most useful thing in the world. I mean, not that I'm using challenge bait. If I wasn't using the challenge bait, I think it would be fantastically useful. So it's a very nice improvement on the previous bait that I was using. Definitely a given. But right now, not too much of a worry. So we're going to plant a bunch more of our lovely wheat again, because again, we're just trying to hold on to as much of the soil as possible. Because that would make sense. Quickly. He's got something else that can sort out there. Go away. Silly Junio's getting in the way and all. which is fine, but they're just in the way. Well, that's another battery we can grab, so that's good. We're going to get loads of batteries. One would hope one would get lots of batteries, because batteries are fantastically useful. We're not going to need one. Imagine the idea of being able to just generate enough solar power and have a nice solar battery generation. Oh, that'd be so good. It's something I would very much like in my own home, actually, because I do have solar panels. I just don't own a solar battery, which means I just generate a little bit of power and that's it. I mean, I feed it back into the national grid, I get paid a little bit for it, but it's not much. It's still a thing, though. But if I had a solar battery, I could charge up during the day, and that would sort me out during the night. Of course, I am concerned about the idea of a solar battery, only because I fear that I would, it's still a lithium battery, so is there a risk? Should I be concerned? You know, that sort of thing. And I don't know, I've not really looked into the pros and cons of one. But, silliness aside, I say silliness, but nonsense aside relating to solar goodness, the solar panels, though, are fantastic for another way of getting batteries, because they're actually, it sounds very silly, but they're dependable and reliable, in that when you are looking to try to get solar power, well, any power in general, it's kind of difficult because you rely on the thunderstorm, and of course you rely on them then striking your lightning rods, and yeah, they're not guaranteed to strike them, as we've seen. I've got plenty of them slat around, and sometimes they just don't get hit, which does mean that we end up with a lack of power, which sucks. And I need the power because it's, you know, really useful. But general silliness aside, let's see. Now, I didn't realise that one could put hay inside these, and I'm really glad that it was mentioned, as I've now given it a go. And I feel suitably amused by the fact that you can do that. It seems really strange. I mean, it is a storage unit, but you can't open it unless there's something in it for the auto grabber. So it does have a trade-off is probably the best way of describing it. It's not bad, it's just you have to be aware of that before you try slapping stuff in and going, hang on, why is this not working? And I didn't realise that that would be the case. All the same, I now know that that is the case, and it is done. So that's fantabby-doozy, really. We've got our extra hay in one, and I know I've got some stored in a chest as well, so I'm just going to be able to slap it back in and just use it as we see fit. Really, it's how it goes, which is great. So yeah, so let's quickly make some more cheese, and we've also got all of that lovely just general milk in all its glory, which we need to use. What else can we sort out, though? That's the big question, because there is also the other option of all of these other things that we need to kind of work through. We've still got a little bit of time to try and work it out, which is good. There we go. I didn't mean to eat that tomato. We've got loads of tomatoes, actually. I mean, tomatoes are nice and all, but we've got loads of the damn things. What am I going to do with them all? Let's see. Let's see. Well, the animals are an easy one. It's not super bad. But yeah. Just trying to think, is there anything else that I need to do before the change of seasons hits? I mean, I'm sure there's a couple of ideas that need to be maybe worked through. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's like an absurd need and requirement. I mean, I'm putting the wheat back in. Again, I'm just using the wheat as a quick temporary stopgap to keep the soil fertilised and hoed, because it means I don't have to do that on the first day of the season because I'm lazy. What I will need to do is go and buy a bunch more pumpkins, or pumpkin seeds, because I've got the time to grow those. But I'm also going to see if I can grow a bunch more broccoli as well. Now I know that requires moss, so that's going to be a bit more tricksy. Actually, it would have been more clever if I grabbed the broccoli I got and actually turned it straight back into seeds. That would have been sensible. Oh, I'm such a moron. Well, I feel very, very stupid. Yeah. Well, I've got some stuff going on, so that's all that matters. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. So we've got a few more things. We've got the mangoes we're going to grab. And while I'm here on the drive, I'm going to try planting some other stuff. Now I'm going to try planting a bunch of fibre plants. Now I am going to see if it'll actually let me plant on the sand. I don't think it will let me plant on the sand, but I will try. I think it'd be funny if it does. Because, yeah, that would be, I mean, interesting if that is the case. Because, yeah, being able to plant on the sand would be flipping hilarious. I'm not expecting that to be the case, but we'll see. But we're going to give it a go anyway. And what are we going to try to do next? I think that's the big question, isn't it? Yeah, so once we've tried doing that, we've got a couple of other things that need sorting out. And I'm going to try the deluxe retaining source, because then that way I don't have to think about it. And that makes life a lot easier. So let's quickly teleport back. We've got the fibre seeds, that's fine. So we're going to plant the fibre seeds down, and that's good. We're going to need them anyway, because fibre is fantastic, and it's the other thing that I'm going to grow a lot of during the next, the winter, I think, is going to be the best plan there. Because having a lot of fibre growing is, I mean, needed, if I'm honest about it. And I burned through a lot of it, doing what I could, and making what I needed to. So, yeah, it's a thing. So let's water this. So, of course, as we've seen, you definitely can't plant in the sand. I would wager there's probably some mods that allow you to plant anywhere. But we'll give that a go at least. Let's find more. Lovely stuff. Okay, so we're going to hoe that. What else can we do? Let's plant some retaining soil down. And then we'll water it once, because, again, that's the best plan. And, yeah. Let's have a look. Let's see. I'm going to cut these trees down for now, because I just don't need them right now. And also, the coconuts, because I need the golden coconuts for cracking them open, because that's a good shout, I think. Anything else I can do with it? I don't know. I mean, that horde of beautiful starfruit there is going to be great, but it's just going to be what else can I plant in for later on, because of course having more areas of land that are going to be good for I mean, I've got lots of possibility of crops, and it's good that I'm going to try and plant down a bunch of different things that are going to constantly grow. Probably the best way of putting it, isn't it? Because I've got lots of ideas of having some more space here. Now, the reason I'm cutting down this trees along the top is I've got more than enough sap. And I've still got plenty of trees that are producing sap on a daily basis, and since I don't need it as much, I'm going to replace them with fruiting trees. And I'm going to try and be clever about it and figure out a good grid so that I get the most down I can physically get in that area. And once that's done, I'm probably going to try and plant at least one of every tree, maybe two, if I can physically do so. So we're going to see what we can actually get down there. That's the game plan here, at least. Because, yeah, I want that. I want more trees. I want more fruiting trees. It's exactly what needed. Okay. So let's see what next we can do. I mean, we've still got a few hours before the Dance to Moonlight Jellies. I mean, we've got 4 hours before then. Well, 3.5, really, strictly speaking. And, yeah. The Moonlight Jellies is kind of a fun festival. It's nothing really easy. It's a nice, pleasant, easy festival with no required work. You just turn up and it's done, which is nice. Unlike some of the festivals where you actually have to do something, and I'm lazy and I can't be bothered. Okay, I'm going to flatten some of the slimes. I know this seems a bit mean, but I've got too many slimes right now, which is fine. And yeah, they need to go away. So let's see what else we can do with that. Well, we've got all of those. We're going to grab some more of these truffles. Do I just ship them out, or do I put them into my hoppers? Now, again, the hoppers have been phenomenally helpful. It's genuinely surprised me how useful they are. Because being able to auto-feed into something that you don't need many of, like the oil maker, it kind of makes sense. But I don't think there are many things that you could really use it for as effectively. I also need to really experiment with the auto-fertilizer thingy. For the sprinkler attachment, because I'm genuinely curious to see how it kind of works. I know that sounds real stupid, but is it actually worth it? Because does it allow you to fertilize the ground with 2 different manners? Does it allow you to impact it? Because that would be interesting. I don't know. And you know, I need to try. So yeah, let's have a look. Right, 8:20. So hour and a half before we need to sort out our wonderful festival. So that's easy enough. So what else do we need to do before then? Just having a quick think, because this is the season change. We've got to figure out, is there anything else that needs to, with critical importance, that needs to be done before
shipping list.
End of this season? And that's my quandary. Because I know I'm going to forget something. I mean, it's going to be like blatantly obvious, and I'm going to feel really stupid by the end of it. But I know I'm just sort of wandering around and wasting time. That's the problem. So yeah, I think it's going to be just wandering around and wasting time for now, at least, because there's not much else I can do, is there? I mean, I could fish for half an hour before the festival begins, because if I wander back to the farm, by the time I've kind of wandered back, it's time to sort of walk back to the festival. Really, isn't it? So, oh, glasses. That's good. We need more of them, because the glasses are going to be useful for getting more of those aquariums. And I really like that mossy aquarium. It's cute. I like it. Makes me happy. I know. Small things, small minds, but I think they're cute. And, okay, so we've got some bream. So the festival has now begun, which is great. Let's see. Let's have a quick chat with Caroline. Okay, so that's nothing we need to worry about so much. I mean, I was kind of hoping that somebody would have a, you know, something important to say. That sounds awful, doesn't it? That is very cute. And I like the fact that there's some extra dialogue, because previously I think she only lamented that it was the end of the summer. So it's cute that she actually says something now as my spouse. I wonder if she says something different if she's your girlfriend. And I assume that the spouses all say things like that, where they're like, oh, it's great, it's the change of the season. And that's great. So, No, that's not where Leo... Where is Leo? I can't remember if I've spoken to him since he's been in the island. Oh, sorry, since back in Pelican Town. Let's see. Well, I've now had a quick chat. I think I recognise his dialogue line, which means that obviously I have spoken to him before, which is great. Who else can we sort out with? Yeah, I think you should launch the boats. I think I've chatted to everyone I need to, or care to, I think is probably the best way of describing it. Because, yeah, I don't really care to chat to everybody. I don't need to. Which is fine. And so here come the jellies. Now, there is the green one, so that should be an easy one to find, because it's blatantly obvious and large and great. But, yeah. It's an interesting thing, because now, at least in the UK, I don't know if it's the same elsewhere, we do occasionally have jellyfish appearing, but I don't think I'd ever associate them with anything seasonal, or even if they come closer to the shore during particular times. I don't really know. Yeah, not a clue. Not an absolute Scooby, I'm afraid. I do not have a Scooby-Doo. But, yeah, there's our green jelly. We've got all that lovely. So surely we've got something... surely we've got something we can sort out. Now, I know that it is going to be probably about midnight by the time we get back, because, of course, yeah, it's late when this festival starts, so it's going to be late when we go back. So I think it's pretty much going to be right to bed, because there's not much point in trying to stay up and do anything, since, well, there's not much else to do, because, well, season's about to change and we should get ready. Maybe we'll just put the stuff back away in the chest that we've got and then get ready to go to bed. So what I'll do is I'll bid everyone a fond farewell. Thank you very much for tuning in for today. If you have enjoyed, please do like, share and subscribe as I quickly fling some raisins in for the shipping box. A big shout out goes out to my patrons on Patreon, because your help is always greatly appreciated. And hopefully I will catch every one of you again the next time the Walrus plays Stardew Valley.